Okay, so I said a while ago I'd make a survival guide to gangstalking, targeting, covert harassment, covert oppression, mind control, government harassment, government oppression, government, COINTELPRO, McUltra tactics that are being used on civilians all over the world. So I can attest to being a part of this shit, being oppressed, being targeted, being every single day having psychological tactics that are designed to manipulate and coerce in a negative way every single day. And I will get into what I've experienced in a minute. So this is going to be in a few sections. I'm not able to talk that clearly because I'm ill, but I'm going to do my best. But this is going to be divided into 3 sections. So the first section is going to be tactics that I've experienced and are used on targeted individuals. The second part will be kind of adapting, and the third part will be tactics to counter what is being done. So I'll try and list. Basically, my story began around 2014, although I experienced some strange things before that. But around 2014, one evening in September, October, I think, I started noticing cars with one headlight burnt out. So there would be cars with one headlight brighter than on one side than the other. Now, this happened one day, and I thought it was quite strange, but I didn't think people were doing it on purpose. I thought it was quite strange, because I saw about 10 or 15 in a day, and after this, nothing happened for about 2 or 3 weeks. Then all of a sudden it happened again, and then it'd start happening, on a certain road. It started happening on the main road when I would get my bus, and gradually this harassment increased to the point where I was aware that certain individuals were deliberately doing this to me. And along with this, I was also experiencing constant sirens, constant passers-by, paramedic and ambulance vehicles going past my bus every single day, and I couldn't avoid it. So I started getting suspicious, and I started doing research on what was going on, because, I'm not the kind to think I'm crazy. I noticed something was being done to me. So I started researching, and I found the first thing that really opened my eyes to that I was in some kind of targeting program or some government, because the first thing that came to my mind is it's the council or the police or someone who just took a dislike to me and is doing some kind of campaign to piss me off. So I did some searching, and I searched one headlight cars everywhere I go on Google, and I found Nappyhead Roots channel, and it was at that point that I realised that I was indeed in some kind of program of some sort, and that this was a tactic that was being done to other people as well. So I started doing more and more research, and as my research increased, my targeting also increased. I gradually started experiencing street theatre, sensitization to objects, sensitization to certain words, sensitization to events, to colours, somewhat, I believe, but it's not been so successful. The colours are more the lights, I would say. Like, another thing that my perps do is they target me with orange warning lights everywhere I go. So I'm just going to list some of the things you may experience as a targeted individual that I've experienced. The first one is police. You will see a lot more police wherever you go, and this is because they've smeared you into looking like they may. No, this is not always. It depends on who you are. If it's a woman, it's going to be more difficult. But so they may say you're a paedophile or a kiddie fiddler or something if you're a woman. But if you're a man, they may say you're dangerous, terrorist, drug dealer, criminal, thug, killer, whatever the fuck they want to say about you. So you'll see a lot more police, especially if you're male, in an area. And this is because they have probably told the police or sent smear information to the police. And some of the police are involved in this program, but not all. But the thing is, the police are easily influenced. If they catch wind that someone is a potential criminal or potentially violent, they will probably start their own little spying shit now and again. So you will see a lot more police. You will see a lot more emergency vehicles in general, and often they will be driven aggressively past you, usually with sirens on. You may also see a lot of cars parked with the lights on, or cars parked with individuals who will drive away when you walk up. And I filmed this the other day. I had a van parked up, and he drove off as soon as I started walking up to him, and this has happened several times. So another thing you may notice that I've not really gone into is whenever you go to a shop and all of a sudden you may notice the shop you go to, they will post a security guard up who looks very intimidating and looks at you in an intimidating way when you enter the store. He may even follow you around the store, and this has happened to me a lot. It happened to me today. As soon as I went into the store, I wanted to get a pizza and something for tea. So I go into the store and this security guard's looking at me, but I don't even look at them because I don't want to give them that feeling like it's getting to me. So I'll just ignore him, and then I get my food and I'm going to the checkout, and the security guard is posted up at the checkout. So they're trying to, what this is to make you feel uneasy and to make you feel like you're a criminal, and also to make you intimidated. So this is a tactic that has been done to me. Other things that may happen will be minor setups. So you may leave a store completely done nothing wrong and the alarm may go off. And this has happened a few times. They were trying to set me up. I guess they suspected I shoplifted, which is not true. And they found that out because I went to a store and sorry, this is my cold. I went to the store and I bought some printer ink cartridges. So they must have guessed, because they follow everything you do, that I would be going into another store. So I go into the Lidl down the road to get some food. I buy my food, I go out and the alarm goes off. So I'm like, what's going on? Security guard comes up and says, can I see into your bag? Have you stolen anything? I'm like, no, I haven't stolen anything. I've even paid by card. I've got the receipt for everything I bought. So I show the security guard, my bag. And ever since this happened, the security guard there was following me everywhere I went. And this is just that they will spread rumours. They will say, perps may say, you didn't catch him that time. Trust me, he does it. You know what I mean? So they spread these rumours to all kinds of people. And another thing you may know is, pretty much all TIs have this, you'll lose friends. Friends will cut off contact. But what they will also do, they will use your friends as informants. I had a friend recently, very strange. This friend, my college basically convinced him that he should not hang with me. All of a sudden I get a phone call from him saying he wants to hang out. So I'm like, okay. I get back to him and I say, yeah, we can hang out. Then all of a sudden he's not answering the phone when I ring. So I try and ring him, and he leaves me a message saying, no, this is not Jack. This person was called Jack, and he says, no, this is not Jack. You've got the wrong number. So I'm like, what's going on? So I ignore this person. All of a sudden I get a message from him again, sending me saying this is my new number, but any texts or phone calls to this new number do not work. And I noticed in the phone conversation we had, he kept asking a lot of things about, have you got a job, have you got a girlfriend, have you got this and that. Very interesting questions, and you'll notice that they will get people to ask questions about your life, and this is because they're trying to dig for information. And I've experienced this several times with perps pretending to be friends, but this is the first time they have used one of my old friends to try and dig for information. So your friends may target you as well. Friends you trust or thought you could trust, they may target you. I don't know if this is with the V2K, but I'm not going to get into that. I'll keep it basic for anyone who's just starting to listen to these or is a new targeted individual. They may have convinced your friends to do this by bribing, threatening, coercing, whatever they did, because these people are masters of the psychological art. So they know what buttons to press to manipulate weak-minded people. So your friends may turn on you. They may ask questions about you and then cut off contact once they've asked the questions. And this person I have not heard from since. So if this person did genuinely want to meet up with me, he would have tried to phone me or something, but he did not. So, but yeah, you'll notice that. You'll notice another thing you may notice is your neighbours will start to behave very strangely. They may look at you strange, they may give you hostile glances, they may be mean to you for apparently no reason. They this is the slander campaign again. They will spread rumours to anyone who is near you or who they think you associate with. They will spread slander, lies, left, right, and centre. And if you have been caught in a negative situation in the past, like I have, if you have been in fights, they will say that you started the fights, or that you're some kind of thug, or you're a dangerous person, or you're a potential killer, or so on and so forth. So this is the slandering again, and this is just what they do to convince people that you're a bad person. So once they've got the neighbours on board, they may even recruit them as perps. I mean, my neighbours have, I am not sure if they are perps or not, but I will say that for about a period of 2 weeks they would be coming out of the door when I open the door, and they will be coming out of their apartment when I return at the exact moment. And this is another tactic that is used on targeted individuals called same time exit entry. And this is how they do this is with either advanced scanning equipment, civilian spies, such as yesterday they timed my neighbours. This is not the neighbours I was talking about. These are some other ones who newly moved in, and these are just perps. They're not, long-standing people who have lived here. These are just perps that have moved in because my previous next-door neighbour, he died. But they got these perps to come out at the exact moment I got back. So same time exit entry is used to psychologically harass. You will also experience break-ins, and it's nearly always it's something annoying but not expensive that they steal. So they may steal a screwdriver, a drill bit, a light bulb, something like that that is not too obvious. So you can't call the police and say someone stole my Xbox, you know what I mean? But it'll be something little that they can just say, oh well, you may have lost it. It'll be something like a light bulb, I don't know, a torch, a candle, something little, but full well that it's gone, and you can't really think how. And this is called gaslighting, and this is done to let you know that they can enter your flat at any time. And this is also done to make you think that it's you imagining it, and it's your fault that you lost it. So in general, it's just to create psychological stress. So this is something they do, and what they've done with me is they've come in and they've turned lights on, and then they've left the light on. So I come back and my light will be on. And this has happened a few times until I got a security camera. This kept happening. I had gaslighting non-stop for about 2 weeks. So yeah, I'm just gonna